Okay, so here's episode 5. Same country involved. I'll show you some maps in a second, but this will help frame your little card on number 5. So the year is 1938. The Treaty of Versailles created many new countries, 2 of which were Austria and Czechoslovakia. That's you guys. This was done to separate the Austro-Hungarian Empire and remove land from Germany. Remember how we had Austria-Hungary, one empire? We chopped it up. So like Austria is a new little country. Hitler has recently claimed that Germany has the right to rule over these 2 nations. In March of 1938, Hitler officially annexed, which is like adopting, Austria into Germany. So think about, if you adopt a child into your family, are they legally your kid?
Yep.
It's exactly the same thing with countries, we just call it annexing. So if we annex Canada, it means like adopt them into the US. So Hitler annexed Austria in March of 1938. He called it the Anschluss. Hitler claims that this action will create a union, like will cooperate between Austria and Germany. But most experts agree Hitler will rule Austria and Austrians will have little to no say in their government or their affairs. Now in October of the same year, 1938, Hitler also annexed part of Czechoslovakia, the region known as the Sudetenland. I'll show you a map of these in a second. This area was the industrial center of Czechoslovakia and also has some of the strongest military forts and defenses in all of Europe. And he just adopted it into Germany. The Czech government does not approve of Hitler annexing this vital part of their country and has come to the League of Nations for help. So, how should we respond? Should we denounce Hitler's annexation of these 2 countries? Should we sanction him for this? Or should we send a military force to kick him out and let Austria and the Sudetenland go back to their previous owners? So,
Who's that other dude?
Joseph Stalin. Here we go. So here's Germany. Germany's the red chunk, okay? What they did first in March is this pink country to the south. This is Austria. He annexed that and adopted it, okay? And then just a few months later, the orange slices right here that were part of Czechoslovakia, your neighbors with Germany, Hitler annexed those as well. And the 2 things going on in the Sudetenland, like what's in that orange stuff? Military forts, some of the best in Europe, and he just adopted those in. And why else did he want the Sudetenland? What was there economically?
Money.
When we say industrial zone, what are we talking? Factories. See a pattern, right? And he said, these countries want to be part of Germany. We're just giving them what they want. The people begged for us to come in and make them part of Germany. So, Czechoslovakia is not very happy, and I'm sure very scared, because last turn, Germany's building up an army. Now, this last final episode, Hitler just basically stole the best slices of your country for himself. Now, you're going to get to go first, Czechoslovakia, and explain what's Hitler doing to you and what do you want the League of Nations to do to help. Then the Germans, and I'm going to team in and help John man the ship, are going to explain their actions, like why are you doing this, Hitler? Okay, and then we're going to start with France, who's not very happy about this, and work counterclockwise until we get over to China, or what's left of you after the 1931 Manchurian crisis. You should come to class because you got invaded by Japan.
Where were they good?
I know. Okay?
They're still there?
So when you guys are ready, one of you, I need an impassioned speech about what you want us to do and why, and then we can pass the mic. Okay? So Czechoslovakia is up, Germany's on deck, France is in the hole, and then we're going to work back this way. So. Here's your big reason.
No, God, no.
Tell me where it's going.
No, we're gonna let him. I'm like, I just read that. He wants to go. Dude, we're beat. We're savages. Isaac, he wrote the note and then got nervous, so he said,
Stand up and let her rip.
no, I shouldn't have. No,
What do you say back?
nothing. Really crying in the
Hey.
bathroom right now.
Poland, listen.
Okay, so we're not very happy with Germany right now, cause like he took like our best territory, like that's where we made like all of our money, like our coal and crap. And he just stole it, like it's nothing. And like so now like our economy's like weak and it's like worthless, and so like if we were ever attacked, we would be able to defend ourselves. So we're technically like defenseless, and we would appreciate that. However, we don't want a war with Germany. So we're thinking maybe option 2, but then again, we don't have anything, so
Who's keeping score?
doesn't really matter, I guess.
Do it.
If you want to. Okay, thank you, Czechoslovakia. So Germany, tell us why you did this. What's your reasoning, and then what do you want us to do about it?
Well, I actually don't want to do anything. I do not want to start a war. I just want to come between peace.
You took our land, dog.
Let the man talk. He let you talk.
Dog? Got a mustache.
You don't know, John. You don't want to cross John.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so pretty much I don't want to go between war country to country, and that's pretty much it.
So tell us one more time. What do you want us to vote for?
Probably vote like for nothing, because I don't want to go a war between.
Okay, thank you, Germany.
No problem.
What a savage.
Steal something. Yeah, that was a good one. To go to war.
Yeah, it's like, really?
Because we got nothing, dog.
We might go down, but we're going down.
The last Czechoslovakian who invented John Sherman is buried up. You're on
I'm
that path.
France.
Okay.
France. Shut up. Okay, so I'm France, BTW, and I just would like a peaceful solution because I mean Germany has really kind of been stepping over the line lately, like really been kind of freaking some hairs up, like getting people angry. But then again, they are kind of going ham right now, so we don't want to like keep poking the bear, but we want to like let them know, like, hey, that's not cool. So just probably option 2,
What kind of
if if that doesn't get us killed.
What kind of hair wants to talk?
You are, yeah.
Ham. So
Oh, that's
yeah.
best.
Kind of long hair?
First and last
Yeah.
are two best.
Yes.
Do we have to?
So option 2,
Yes.
France out.
Your country wants to have long hair. So?
You do. You can run the joke. Oh, let's get them to leave some proof out of it. I'm gonna tell them that you are stupid. You don't want to put it. So that's why you put my name on it.
Okay, Poland,
Okay,
stand please.
we're Poland, and John promised me this: you won't get no more territory.
Do you promise that, John?
I promise that.
All right,
If
I
you
trust
do-
John.
If you do, we're gonna punish you real bad. From now on, from right now, we go with option 2.
So we're Spain, and we would like to maintain peace everywhere. So we believe that if Hitler gets what he wants, he will just calm down and quit annexing a whole bunch of territory. So we would like either option 1 or nothing to be done.
Wow.
One or nothing. Do you mind if we just put it on 1 for now? But she's flexible between 1 or nothing. Thank you, Spain.
Alright, so the UK agrees that we don't really want war. This entire thing is about keeping peace between our countries, right? Like our good friend the Polish, we would like to make sure that you do not take any land. I heard your word, I'd like to keep you to that word. I will not punish you so long as you do not take land. So,
It's funny because it's a lie.
Well, what, are you Sweden, RA? Italy?
So on Henry's film was the wars and annexing any territories in the future, so we'll go like option one.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wait till I
So we want option
Who
two.
are you?
I'm China. So we want option two, but I sent my Chinese spies over Germany, and his plan is to make a perfect country and kill all the mental people. So, and all the disabled. And I don't quite agree with that, so I strongly urge all of you to join me in the fight against Germany before he takes all you guys' land.
I remind you, China, that in 1938 your country is being occupied by the Japanese and they are massacring your
man.
civilians. And you are located all the way across the Asian continent from Germany.
I massacred Japan first.
No, you did not.
I killed their dolphins.
What?
Dolphins.
Oh.
So I
China,
saw
China, even if you
fight with
wanted
me.
to help, which you don't, even
That's why
if you want,
Japanese are Messiah.
listen, even if you wanted to help in 1938, there is no way you can help these guys. You can send them a sympathy card, that's the most you could do, because you're getting,
All I'm saying is,
do we need to show them the Rape of Nanking book?
No.
That's his country right now, you think he can come help?
Can you pull up like the World War II map of like?
There is no World War II yet, I don't know what you're
Well,
talking about. This League of Nations does not have a time
Think of it
machine.
this way, all of Europe's gonna be Germany, so keep that in mind up here.
Glad you have a crystal ball and know the
I
future.
just killed a little square mustache dude before it's too late.
That's funny.
But I guess option two, since we can't fight.
Wait, you have to let them talk.
Yeah, Maddie.
No, we're China.
Never China. I'm
Are you
Maddie, are you China as well?
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay, so we got to hear from everybody.
Y'all.
Did you put her tongue up?
Wait, why is there 3 Chinese? What did you say?
Huh?
I said option two.
Well, because they've been gone off and on, so they're kind of all
Should I
here on
just
the same
not
day.
go?
Dude, let's fight them.
Yeah, who are you?
Come on, if we win this battle.
Obviously.
We supported you, dog.
And can you guys see Yugoslavia on the map?
No.
See the pink slice? That's Austria. Goes south one country. There's Yugoslavia. Like
Before
you're
you know it, the entire continent is
Yeah,
going
so
to
you
be
fight,
Germany.
dude.
But listen,
He might be
small
tiny,
new
but he's
country.
mighty.
Small new country. Small new country.
Yeah.
Even if you want to fight, what are you gonna do against?
Just
Maybe you should
saying,
go down
I
freaking
think if you win
Manly.
Manly.
You're gonna go
Be a
down.
water.
Yeah, I
I'd say
know,
it's
but you go
very
down
big.
hard.
If you
You
win
gotta
Manly,
fight,
or if
man.
like all the leaders of the countries just like that an issue, if they just box it out. It's like, you know, UFC cage match.
Well, our president at the time can't even walk, so America's gonna lose against anybody.
So they'll feel bad for
Why
him.
can't
He's in a wheelchair.
Victory by default.
FDR. He's got polio. Franklin Delano Roosevelt.
Yeah, that's why.
The guy in the sweet wheelchair transformer. I'll move the red binder.
Yeah, but
Okay, listen, Yugoslavia, please tell us what you want and why.
We want option 2 because, I mean, we support, we kind of like understanding Hitler, but we don't, we're not happy with wheelchair transfer.
fight him.
Fight him?
Yeah, you all fight him. What's he gonna do if we all fight him?
Shut up.
He's gonna
cuss.
you?
They have no money.
Okay. I'm gonna tag in Team Germany. Can I tag in like a pro wrestling match? Whatever league it is, WWE or whatever. Okay. So, I'm Hitler. Do you want to know why I'm doing this in 1938? Taking the Sudetenland, annexing Austria. What language do the people of Austria speak even today?
German.
German. Ethnically, are they very similar, if not identical, to Germans?
Yes.
Where'd you get?
In the Sudetenland, that region of Western Czechoslovakia, what region do more than 90% of the people there speak? German. Ethnically, they are very similar. Now, you tell me, League of Nations countries, if your neighbor came to you and said, my parents beat me, my parents don't feed me, they neglect me, they're horrible people. If I go back home to their house, they're gonna kill me. would you adopt them and let them live with you?
Yes.
Is that what good neighbors do?
It's the same Britain.
And I, Adolf Hitler, am a good neighbor. There is no Holocaust, there's no war. I haven't shot a single bullet at anybody except some people who didn't like me in my own country. I was even Time Magazine's Man of the Year in 1939. In America, I was Time Magazine's Man of the Year. And I got nominated, didn't get it, but I got nominated for a Nobel Peace Prize. I, Adolf Hitler, got nominated. This is true. If you don't believe me, Google it. I welcome
It's
you.
all on the mustache, I'm telling you.
Okay? So I'm not this horrible, evil guy at this point in history. Okay? And you might ask, why are we adopting these guys? Okay? Let me just show you. We voted on April 10th, 1938. I gave this exact ballot. This is an exact copy of the ballot that Austrians got. Anyone in Austrian who wanted to vote. And here's what it said. Do you want to join Germany and have me as your leader or not? And more than 99% of Austrians voted for me. Do you see my analogy about your neighbor wanting to live in your house? Who am I to tell him, no, you can't be part of the new, strong Germany? I'm just giving them what they wanted. In the Sudetenland, we had a vote in October. I didn't just come in with tanks and shoot people. We had free, open, democratic elections. And the people of the Sudetenland voted. 99.7% of them said, we would rather join Germany than be stuck with weak, embarrassing Czechoslovakia. So all that I did was give them what they wanted, both in the Sudetenland and in Austria. And you can ask people, if you don't believe me, Google. I did not send in armies shooting.
We didn't have computers back then.
You have one right in front of you.
Where'd you get a time machine?
Google Annexation of Austria. Or Google, okay, read a newspaper. I know you don't want to do that. Okay? And look it up. We didn't come in guns blazing. We came in. This is the exact ballot. I'm being 100% honest with you. Yes or no. Okay? Ask the person who speaks German. Ja or nein. Democratic. And there wasn't a gun to their head. And more than 99% of them said yes. We want to be part of Germany. Yes, we want you, Adolf Hitler, as our leader. Now, I am willing to offer you a deal, because you can tell I'm a nice guy. Look, these people are smiling and happy and excited for the first time in a long time in Germany, since 1918 for sure, that the German people finally have a future and something to be hopeful about. And I'm the one who gave them that. So I'm here to offer you a deal, much like many of your countries said. I will promise, through whatever means you want, pinky swear, cross your heart, hope to die, stick a needle in your eye, whatever other little promise things you know, I will not take any more land. However, if you denounce me, sanction me, or use force against me, it means war. I don't want war. Like John said, we don't want war, right, John?
Mhm.
We want peace. Even with you, Czechoslovakia. But if you antagonize us, after all the horrible stuff you put us through with the Treaty of Versailles, and ruining our economy, and taking our land, you don't want to make us mad. So if all of you switch to nothing, I pinky swear, or whatever promise you want, I won't take any more land from you. But if you vote for denouncement, sanctions, or war, it means war with me. Question, China.
What's the little emblem down here?
It's a swastika.
So what does that represent?
Strength, National Socialism, pride, the new Reich, the Third Reich that'll last 1,000 years.
So why'd you steal from the Buddhists?
A lot of ancient cultures used it. All symbols have been recycled.
I don't know. I guess I just don't like white people.
Well, then you go back to China and have fun getting raped and murdered by the Japanese Imperial Army. If you don't believe me, should he take a look at that book on the back table when we take a break?
Yep.
As China, should he take a little game with that? I think
That
so.
book's actually really cool. I like that book.
So, I will let you guys speak and decide, but that's what I, Adolf Hitler, have to say. If you change it to nothing, we will go and live our peaceful, prosperous lives, no war. But anybody who votes for options 1, 2, or 3, that means war with us, and we don't want that. That's your choice. If you want it, Poland, we'll give it to you, but we don't wanna have to do that.
We'll back you up.
So, if you'd like the mic, or wanna change your vote, talk to Vicente. Does anyone have anything to
I
say?
changed my vote.
You gonna say something?
I said it first.
Pass that to her, please.
Are you changing for us?
Czechoslovakia, go ahead.
We're Spain, dude. Okay, we need 2 more people then.
Czechoslovakia is one of them.
Come on, guys.
Okay, so, we're changing our vote to nothing because we like you.
The
But,
feeling is mutual.
good. However, we're not happy about what you did because you kind of ruined our economy, but we don't want war. Because we're gonna die.
I'm only giving the Sudetenland what the people voted for.
Yeah, but you ruined our economy, savage.
Your people ruined your own.
He's
I don't
helping you.
care.
He's helping you.
I'm doing your,
I'd rather die than, never mind.
That doesn't make sense.
Just go to war. Just go to war with him.
Hey, I'd rather die like doing something that I like than sit here and watch you destroy something.
I
that
didn't
like.
take all of your country, just the Sudetenland, the people
Yeah,
who
the
wanted
stuff
to
we
join.
need.
You're making war.
Like you get all mad at us because we take crap from you, yet you're taking crap from us.
We'll change your vote.
There's a lot left to Czechoslovakia, all that's
Who's
left,
the
I
only
just
one
took
that
the
hasn't
orange
changed?
parts.
You don't know nothing.
Yeah,
You
who hasn't changed?
stop.
We'll change your vote to nothing
Yeah.
if you help us with these Japanese
I
savages.
promise you, I will give my friend Tojo a call tomorrow and see what we can work out.
If he doesn't agree to, I will have to furiously rape all his people and kill them.
Because everybody's a racist.
Why?
That'll
That's
make you
great.
just as bad as the
I don't get
Japanese.
to cut someone's head
I
off
like
like
to
a
rape
rape
them.
Aren't you above that? I think
Doesn't matter,
you
just
are,
rape
China.
someone like.
I don't know about
They
that.
like it. We finally agree on that.
What if you rape someone that's full of gonorrhea? Then what?
Okay,
Yeah, I'm gonorrhea.
Who's the real jerk?
it's a form of genocide.
Yucky. Ugh.
Okay, we all agree on nothing?
Yep.
Awesome, thank you, I'll take the mic back. Does anyone want to make me pinky swear? You guys were kind of the ones that
Thank
brought
you
that
for
up.
World War II.
You should write it on paper.
Whatever, how you make like your little brothers promise you stuff. As I said, I'll do whatever you
Write
want.
it on paper and have us
No
both sign
punch.
it. Boom.
Yeah, no punch.
School appropriate, please.
Face punch.
Okay. I, Adolf Hitler,
Go down.
hereby pinky swear with you, Neville Chamberlain of Great Britain, according to the Munich Conference of 1938, I will not annex or invade any more territory as long as you don't start a war now.
That's not how you do pinky.
You crushed
swear.
it.
Let you guys do the pinky
Now,
swear.
if there's one figure in the entire history of the human race that you should not pinky swear with and expect to keep a bargain, who would that one person be?
Adolf.
You are
Hitler.
a
Now here's what's
sick man.
crazy.
I told you guys.
Listen,
Write it down on paper.
here's what's crazy. Oh, I'd break that too. What did he do with the Treaty of Versailles? He tore it up and said, what now? And everyone's afraid to start a war. You're letting Germany
What if we
get
just
bigger, get more powerful, and you're
Honestly, they
fooling
take over
yourself.
entire Europe.
Listen,
It was all Aaron's fault.
you are fooling yourself if you think that war is not coming.
Racist.
Here's a good lesson in this. Sometimes we lie to ourselves. In fact, I've asked you guys this question before. Think about the person in your life, 15, 16, 17 years, 28 years, that you have lied to the most. Who is it?
My brother.
No,
Huh.
Yourself.
yourself. Every time you buy a lotto ticket, you lie to yourself. Every time you set that alarm for 5:30 a.m., you're like, I'm really going to get up. You're
That's
lying
like
to
my
yourself.
prep alarm for
When
my
you
other
say, I'm
phone.
going to go write my English paper and I'm going to get it done,
Yeah, I'm like way in the morning.
some of you are lying to yourself. Here's what a lot of people thought.
I don't have one.
We don't want war, so let's just pretend and lie to ourselves it won't happen. Now, I understand why. The horrors of World War I make countries like Great Britain and France say we really don't want war with Germany because it's going to be really bad now. And World War II is going to surpass World War I very quickly. Okay? Just to put things in perspective, in World War II, which is, you guys just ensured is going to break out next week,
Thank
the
you.
Soviet Union alone, one country in World War
Fight
II,
it all.
had 20 million of its people die. One country. That's as many as died in all of World War I together from one country.
Czechoslovakia.
Russia.
The Soviet Union. Yeah. Russia today, Soviet Union back then. Okay? Because, in part, we let this build and build and build and build, and no one wanted to put their foot down. And I said from day one, do you sometimes have to go put out the little fire and fight those little battles so it doesn't turn into something huge? Okay? It's just like you guys. If I could pick an example from your lives as sophomores, your research paper, you got all these little battles along the way, these little checkpoints, you turn in the here's your topic, do a little research, do your working knowledge. What happens if you don't do any of that stuff along the way, and now the final draft is due tomorrow?
You have to type it all day.
Instead of fighting the little tiny battles, it wouldn't have been that bad, right? Some of you did it that way. That's the smart way.
That's what I do.
Best joke I've heard all day. If you don't fight those little battles along the way, what happens the night before it's due? World War II. You're up till 5 a.m., right, drinking 17 Red Bulls trying to finish it, and it's probably not very well done. It's going to be a bloodbath.
Actually, mine's pretty high.
That's the same lesson from World War II. I know we're scared of Hitler, but if you keep letting him get away with that stuff, why would he ever change his behavior?
He'll just keep on doing it, because he knows he's dead. I just want to say to Pinky
A lot more people are going to die before that happens.
You did Pinky swear wrong, by the way. You gotta like hook on it, and then like kiss your thumb like this, then you like attach it to the other person's thumb, so it's like that.
That must be the German pinky swear method. I am not familiar with that one. Okay? Now, why did this still happen? Part of it, do you realize the rules here? The whole we all have to agree and reach a consensus? Does that work very well?
No.
Horrible idea. If you looked ahead at the calendar, which just clicked off, in 2 weeks, we're going to do the modern version of this that still exists today. America's in it. It's called the United Nations. It's similar, but we finally fixed a little bit of the voting issue, and it works differently. And it works better. It's still not perfect, but it's better than this. Because when World War II breaks out, what good is the League of Nations now? We have failed at our main purpose. But do you see why Germany's going to build up, look for revenge, listen to the guy named Hitler when we ruin their economy and kick them while they're down?
Yeah.
So it's not simple enough to just say, hey, Germany's the bad guy. Of course they are, but there's a reason. And who shares some blame for the economic and political conditions in Germany?
What they
Us.
did was
Great Britain, France, and the United States, who's not here, because by making them pay that money and ruining their
they ruined their
economy,
They
if
tried to take land.
if people have jobs, they don't vote for guys like Adolf Hitler. But when people are desperate, they listen to leaders like that.
Because they want revenge.
And because when you're desperate, anything sounds better than what you're doing now. Give me something and I'll believe it.
And it's the same thing, like if your brother goes and like you get like some food, right? You like put it in the fridge, and then you go and you're like waiting all day, you know. After school, you're just dreaming about this food. You're just like,
Oh my god.
He has the
you
best
just have this in
hobbies.
your mind. And then you go home, it's empty, and you're like, who ate my food? And boom, it's like your little sister, your little brother, and you're just like, you know what, I'm going to remember this. Next time you want to eat some food, you're going to watch me eat it. And that's just kind of how it was.
With those of us who have siblings, we can actually relate to that. For me, that was in college. I remember one time I ordered a pizza, and I put half of it in the fridge when I was done.
It's not good.
And I'm like, man, leftovers tomorrow are going to be so good. Leftovers tomorrow, I open the fridge and it's gone, and like, I could have killed my roommate who ate my
Exactly.
pizza. So I feel your pain.
My Chinese food
Okay.
was so bad.
Now, here's what we're going to do with our time that's left. We're going to go take our break, come back, and if you have your draft and you have 4 peer reviews ready to go, if you don't, you're going to get it done, and I'll give you 4 peer reviews. The one assignment this whole week is going to be your debrief of this tomorrow. Okay, but if you would put all of your flags and index cards, name tags, somebody's is on the floor there, in your folder. And then we're going to stack the folders nice and neat on the back table, and then we will take our break.